Okay, I'll fix it here, and I got a Chevy Impala. It's a 2011, and the air conditioning or heater blower just comes on and off whenever it feels like it. Half the time it don't work, and we'll see if we can fix it. Stay with me. Okay, first thing you want to do is eliminate any problems with the fuses or these things. You think these relays are the problem? Actually, you got to just switch them around. You've got two exactly the same, you can switch them and see if that fixes it or whatever. But I know it's not that, because it works part of the time, kind of whenever it feels like, and it's probably not fuses or relays, which I've already checked anyway. The next step is this thing, and it's, what do you even call this thing? I forget what it's called, but it goes underneath the dash. It doesn't go out here in the engine compartment, but I'm just going to show you because it's in the sunshine. This thing hooks in there underneath the dash by the blower. So when you get one of these, it doesn't do any good. I've already changed this thing, and it still has the problem. Not as bad, but it's still a problem. And the reason why is because I didn't change the wires going to it. See, this little wire harness is much more heavy duty than the original, because Chevrolet is real chintzy on their wiring, and electrical problems are always happening. And so it's a kind of a weakness with Chevrolet stuff. It actually goes in here, go open your front door on the passenger side, and we're going to be working underneath the glove box. Right up here there's a panel, and we're coming in underneath there. Up underneath there is some of these things. What I usually do is use my pocket knife. Oh yeah, okay. I use my pocket knife and I just pop these things down. And then you can pop the whole thing like so. Anyways, yeah, we get rid of this. What happens is there's a light right here. We got to untwist and pull it out. Now you can take your whole panel out of the way. There is the rectifier, or whatever they call this thing. And then this is the wiring that goes to it. This wiring stuff. And that's what you're going to do is replace with the new wiring harness. Is so much more heavy duty than the old junk that Chevrolet puts in there. The old junk that Chevrolet puts in there, the wires are too small. Look how big the other ones are. Nice. Okay. It's easiest if I show you out here, hopefully, how this thing works. So, because it's the new one and the old one, it's all the same. Squeeze over here, and then you can pull on it, and it pulls off just like that. Okay. And then the other end of it is this thing, which is a squeezer. You squeeze this over here and squeeze here and pull. That's right. Okay. I'm going to cut it off. Yikes, did you see that spark? Okay, that means I should have pulled the let me see if I can go find what I should have pulled before I cut that. Okay, I found what I needed to pull. By looking in here, you can see, or you can just unhook the battery and everything if you want. Okay, to fasten these wires together, what I'm going to use is this baby right here, because I think that's the way to go. Just solder these things together good, and then put shrink tape or just tape them up with electrical tape or whatever. But by the way, the tools that I use are something similar to what I use. I'll try to put in the description down below the video in case you want to order something on Amazon that is somewhat similar to what I use. Hey, I got the first one soldered. Of course, wouldn't you know it, I forgot to put the shrink tape on there before I started it together. So the other two, I will remember for sure to put the shrink tape. It doesn't matter, but you know what? Electrical tape is just fine too. All right, there's one of my fancy soldering jobs here. Still a little warm, and then I remembered the shrink tape. Just slip that on there, heat it up, and it'll shrink on there. And probably put some electrical tape too. We see. I wrapped it all together, and I plugged it all back in. I think it's time to try it. Oh yes! Wow! The fan blasting. All right. I can dig it. Try some different speeds. Oh yes. Nice. I like it. Of course, the real test, of course, is if it just decides to shut off now and then all by itself whenever it feels like or not. But so far, so good. Okay, just to wrap this up, when you buy one of these, here, when you buy one of these, be sure to get the one that comes with a extra one of these, because the original one is flimsy and cheap Chevrolet wiring, and it comes, and then you can replace the whole thing. Because this, I think what's happening is this part right here gets hot and doesn't connect it or something. Anyway, that's my theory. All right, says we're all done. And I don't know, I think I will celebrate with my favorite beverage. You wanna come see? Come on, see if you want. First thing I do, see if there's any lemons left on the old lemon tree. It's kind of late in the season, they're almost all gone, but hey, I think I spot one little guy that's still there. Well, that might be just right. Bigger lemons right here with a glass of ice. Squish a little lemon juice in there. Looks like we need a little more. Heck yeah, let's put a little more in there. And then I'm going to take some LaCroix Pamplemousse, which is a fancy name for grapefruit juice, or I mean grapefruit flavor. I'm going to use some liquid stevia and sweeten it a bit. And then I will dump it in here. Oh yeah. Now, it's up to you, of course, if you want to add alcoholic stuff or whatever. Today it's too early in the day for me. I'm just gonna have this. Ooh-wee. All right, I'll fix it here. See you next time, and you know what to do. Yeah, oh, that is good. That's good. Adios, adios, amigos.